All right, let's go back to melody for a second, because I love melody. I love taking a great melody and injecting it with a little bit of adrenaline and just making it rock. Let's start with the premise that there are 6 basic melody shapes. There is an arch-shaped melody, a melody that goes up and comes back down. There's inverted arch-shaped melody. It goes down and comes back up. There's a single note melody, a melody that stays on the same note. There is an ascending melody, a melody that heads up. There's a descending melody that comes back down. And then my favorite, the zigzag melody, a melody that kind of goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And most melodies are combinations of these 6. But let's just kind of talk about them on a basic level. What I find most songwriters do is subconsciously, when they go from their verse and the chorus, whatever melody shape they have chosen, and again, usually they've chosen it subconsciously. They're like, oh, this sounds good, but they have a tendency to stick to that shape throughout the entire song. And so what I love to do is I analyze the song, and let's say my verse melody is an arch shape melody. I will then cross that off my list, and when I get to the chorus, I can use any of those other 5 shapes that are remaining. And so let's say my verse has an arch-shaped melody, my chorus has a zigzag-based melody. That still leaves me, 4 other melody shapes for my bridge later on in the song. The reality is that most melodies are a combination of both of those, but you can still kind of play that same game. So let's say your verse melody is an arch followed by a zigzag. All right, so in that order, I'm not going to use that combination. So in my chorus, I still have 4 melody shapes left, or I can even do like a zigzag and then an arch shape, as long as I'm not doing the same exact thing, because your listeners pick up on that and they subconsciously go, oh, they're doing the same. So you've all experienced that when you're listening to a song, and by the end of the second verse, you've lost interest. It's these little things that are happening. So just by tweaking the shape of your melody and having a contrasting melody shape in each one of your sections will do wonders for your song. So for instance, let's do an example. So here is I'll start with an arch shape, and I'm gonna start it on the 3rd. Remember that other tip about not starting on the root, because again, most but I'm so do 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 so do 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 right here for the chorus. So notice I had a single note melody that descended, so it's completely different. The listener hears contrast, it sounds refreshing, and it's that way when they get back to the verse again, it sounds like they're returning to something familiar. It's like they're coming home and they're embraced by this wonderful verse melody. So it's such an easy trick to implement. You don't even have to know music notation. Just listen. I have my students literally draw out their melody shape. I call them melody constellations. Here's what my melody constellation looks like, and then just don't do that in your other section, and you will be good to go. I promise you, you'll love it. It'll work.